So, we find ourselves back in the hallway. Eric, you're looking at this young woman as she's kind of looking down on her stomach, confused. You can hear footsteps of someone coming up the stairs. Sounds like two people. That's when you notice this hand reach through the window. It doesn't look like a normal hand to you. It looks like someone with claws reaching up to the window, about to climb on in. William, as you get up, you can see inside. You can clearly see this trail leads directly to the woman that is standing in front of Eric. She's still bleeding. Like, that scent of the girl that you just left is nothing compared to this, because now it's the aromatic. It is there. It's out in the air. Mike, I have a feeling you're just, again, following him, keeping an eye on him, so you're going up the ladder, seeing these changes form, the bloodshot eyes, the fangs, these claws growing out of his hand. But yeah, Eric, you're seeing the window. So what's Eric's reaction as you see William clearly not looking like William, just looking changed, different? You may have seen him like this once before when he had gone and beat the guy with the antlers back in the church. Probably saw a similar look then. Like, he definitely seems to be prepared for battle.
Yeah. But he has claws now, which he did not have before.
Right, yeah.
Give him the old razzle dazzle.
I'm a little concerned because last I saw him, they were at the cemetery full of, corpses and stuff.
Right.
And I'm gonna get her behind me and keep her between William. I'm going to keep myself between William and Amy, and I'm going to start backing us away because I don't want to do anything yet because he might be fine. I don't know, but it certainly doesn't look great.
Right. Yeah, so about this point, William, you get your feet inside the landing. You see Eric kind of move in front of this young woman. She's right there. Like, her blood having gone up the ladder caused a lot of the buildup. Like, her hands had a lot of pressure, so there's some pretty decent sized drops along the floor, and you can actually see the bandages on her hand are starting to fill with blood, just starting to soak through.
Well, I'm going to advance down the hallway, yeah?
So I would say, Georgie, you come in with Mother Nora as William's beginning to advance. Mike, you get to the windowsill as William's beginning to advance. Mike, you have seen William. You just saw what he did before. I don't believe he probably told you that there was another one in here. So you can just see him moving towards Eric. Georgie, I don't think you've ever seen William like this. He still has the same facial features, except for his canine teeth are down, kind of cresting over his bottom lip. His eyes are bloodshot, and now the nails on his fingers have grown into these claws.
Is Mike here? Oh, there.
Yeah. I have a cold, so I have to keep muting.
Right. And as soon as you kind of get in the doorway, Mother Nora sees this and immediately grabs you, Georgie. What is that?
So what do I look like to the normal people?
You just look like a very aggressive person storming down the hallway. Just very pissed off. You just said something about, or she probably sees it like she just called your wife a bitch or something like that. You just look like a very angry, aggressive person storming down the hall.
All right.
I want to take off running with a big smile on my face and get
Oh,
in
God.
front of him.
Everybody's gone crazy here.
Basically, one hand to his chest, holding him back, and telling Eric he can tell the difference between what whatever his face was,
Melville?
Samuel.
Melville. He can tell the difference between him and a normal person.
Is he okay?
Go ahead and go toe to toe to stop William from charging in, so you can have that conversation. I'll ask you, William. Does the drive for blood affect his ability to stop you again, or are you a bit more William?
I've been denied once, and this one's an enemy in with my friends. So I'm not stopping for this one if I can.
Right. All right. So that driven by blood status comes into play again.
Can I change it to where I summon another clone in front of him
Sure. Yeah, you can try the
instead
same
of trying
thing.
to run down the hallway?
Yeah.
Coward.
No, I'm pretty far behind you. I don't want to fail. I'd rather just pop a clone in front of you and have it over with. Toe to toe again.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Mother Nora.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bam!
Dang.
So-
It's
All
like
right.
this motherfucker's so fast.
Yeah. You get in and you basically are able
So
to stop
fast.
him for a moment.
Wait, isn't that -3?
Oh, did you do plus? So you had 2, so it'd be
he
minus
shouldn't have-
1.
I had bullet time, summon clones, and the order.
Okay. So it would have been a
'Cause it's
straight
kind of like-
roll then. Because you were going up against the tier 3 status. So it's still a 7, so you're still able to do that. Get in front of him for a moment to stop him. So get a clone of yourself. So let's get you a little cloney dude here.
Because I don't want to actually ruin it story-wise, but come on, Faison.
What?
I'm not that easy to stop.
But you hesitate for a moment. Eric, Georgie, you see all this play out. There's now 2 mics in the hallway. William's looking all aggressive and angry. Amy is definitely freaking out, and Georgie, Mother Nora is starting to root through her little baggie of stuff, looking for something.
Is William all right? I'm asking. Like, I haven't seen that look before.
William is
Yes
right
and
here.
no.
Yeah, but I think you're crazy, so I'm asking the other guy.
I mean, he's all right in the sense of being able to do things. He's just a little more driven in his thirst.
Right. I don't think that this is a great idea. We don't know the situation, what's going on here. I'm going to keep on backing down the hallway to get a little bit more distance between William and her.
Right.
Why don't you tell them what you did, Mike?
I didn't do nothing.
Really?
I merely.
You didn't feed me some strange piece of meat that has given
I
me a
didn't.
thirst for blood.
I didn't
huh?
make you eat it. I just happened to bring it into your vicinity, and then you snatched it from me.
Sure, eat or be eaten.
Georgie, you see Mother Nora approach the doorway that kind of leads to where the stairs go, and like it appears she's looking for a moment to just grab Amy and pull her in here with you instead of out in the hallway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there just like a small room up here that we could duck into?
Yeah, I mean, basically where you just came from, there's a doorway like right here that leads towards where the stairway is.
Okay. Um, that's fine. She can look her over out of that immediate business that's happening at the end of the hallway. Um, I'll just tell her it's like they're fine, even though they're completely not fine. We know them.
Right.
Just look this girl over and
Oh yeah,
tell us that she's okay.
You don't even have to say that. Like, she recognizes Amy immediately. As soon as like she sees her, sees the man, her reflex is definitely, motherly instinct set of just to get her inside the room.
I'm gonna point at the girl and say, "Do not touch her."
Yeah, no, I mean, you are just a bad man in a bad place, and Mother Nora is not going to listen to you right now. So you see, like, Georgie and Mother Nora begin to try to pull her kind of back into a doorway that's down in the corner. You have the clone of Mike before you. You have Eric kind of standing before both of them. They are not listening to you. Mother Nora wants to protect this girl.
Gee, well, that sucks for Mother Nora, doesn't it? Because I'm going for the girl.
How?
I'm just gonna, sidestep the clone and go for the girl. Just
All right.
charge the girl.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a go toe-to-toe moment of being able to get in there. I'm gonna say that you already have the clone there, so that's gonna be a story tag of Mike's clone, so that's a -1. Eric, do you have any hurt points that you're gonna try to?
I do, and I will.
Okay, so
Hurt
what are
point it
you?
is.
What's your idea? As soon as he gets past Mike and starts running down the hall, what's your instinct?
So he's clearly going to make a run for her. And what I'm going to try to do, this a door here,
Correct, yeah.
shove her in and close the door behind it while making myself as much an obstruction as I can.
You guys are just wanting me to murder everybody.
No.
So, can I use the Driven for Blood as a...
Oh yeah.
So I can just use all of the 3 for it? Oh, I'm gonna use that as well. And then... yeah. So, go toe-to-toe.
Yep, so that's
Here
gonna
we
be
go.
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so you're just getting right past. In that case, yeah, Eric, you tried. Like, you tried to put yourself in the way, but he is enhanced far more than you were expecting. How hard are you hitting him? I guess, William, how much of William is still there? Are you actively just trying to push him out of the way, or are you trying to just go through him like you did the guy at the door?
I'm not gonna try. I didn't try to just go through the guy at the door. I'm not gonna just try and go straight through Eric. I mean, I still recognize friend from foe, but I'm just gonna shove past him to the girl.
Right. Okay. So I think with that success, what ends up happening is you move so fast that Eric, you don't even have a chance to get in the way. Like, he just is like a wind. All you hear is like the sound of footsteps and then the slam of the door behind you as William has now just flew past both of you, and is now in the room with Mother Nora and Amy. Georgie, you see this flash, and then the door closes, and now it's just the four of you in the hallway. There's 2 mics. Mother Nora, the woman that you've already saved her life once, is in there with this strange girl, and you know that there is an army of Sova downstairs. It's only a matter of time before this whole thing boils over to a major concern. So Georgie, I'm gonna toss the spotlight over in your direction.
Cool.
Yeah, let's
Kind of a tight squeeze in there, isn't it? The door's not locked, right?
No, he just closed it. It was just in like a wind.
All right. I'm gonna swing that bad boy wide open, and God, she has no real physical.
Mike's the only one that could
attributes.
probably stop me. This is all Faison's fault, just so you know. I don't want to actively kill my friends.
No.
Well,
No.
don't do it. Just.
I don't know
do
why
it.
nobody listened to the fact that he can tell the difference between somebody who's infected or not, but whatever.
Well, that's one interpretation of what was said. The other, I've got conspiracy theories for days. Just saying.
Oh God.
Eric just thinks I'm possessed.
So I still have those steaks that I made from forever ago. Can I still use them?
You certainly do. Oh yeah.
Okay.
You definitely do.
So.
You're gonna stake me?
Oh,
Oh man!
damn.
No! Look. My weak little arms can only stab so
Don't.
hard.
I mean, don't. That's not gonna end well. Don't. Please don't. You're my friend. Don't do this.
I'm going to use the blunt end at the back of his head to refocus his attention
Okay.
on me.
That sounds like a convince roll. Even though you're hitting him,
Yeah.
it definitely sounds like
that's-
you're trying to convince him to focus on you. So you swing the door open, using the momentum of the door, just go to thwap him in the back of the head as he's starting to lurch towards Amy. Absolutely. I mean, oof.
Oh!
Yeah.
Fight
No,
that thirst for blood, yo.
It's
Yeah.
it's tough. He's a drug addict at the moment. He is crazed.
So we're going to have to introduce you to some rehab. Got some points.
Is that what you
All
call
right.
the stakes?
Look,
Rehab.
it's what I have on hand, okay? Technically 2, but we'll do 1. How do I apply this tag? Do I just use it verbally?
It
or
would just
can
be
I
a +1 to it.
get
If
it?
you're just using the 1, so it'd just be a +1.
Cool. Alright.
Okay. Yeah, that's a
Is that
tier
with
3 power.
Turn
Ooh,
that around.
oof.
Is that with the negatives?
I'm not sure. So that would be, it'd still be a 10 with
That's
the
still
status.
okay.
Yep. So you would still take. Yeah. What status are you giving him? It's
I'm running out of places for tags.
Yeah, I had that same problem.
I don't think I have
Well,
his old record.
you make the choice here. What are you threatening further violence? Is that basically you turn around, I'm going to shove this through your heart? Or is it more like, William, you're a better person, listen to me before you act? Basically, are you reasoning with him or are you threatening him?
I suppose threatened because she's
Oh.
not great in a pinch like this. It's like, just stop it. Like,
Right.
don't do that.
So that the choice is yours, William. Either you take the status of tier 3 threatened, or you allow a moment to turn around and focus.
Why does everybody want me to stab them?
I'm pretty sure nobody wants you to stab them.
But you keep attacking
Yeah.
me! Nobody gets my angst.
No one understands me.
I've got my emo haircut, and I'm wearing all black.
Got your black jeans on, your little skinny jeans.
Got my red contacts in.
Oh man.
I don't want to actually have to hurt any of you. But you just hit me in the head while I'm trying to help you, as far as I can see. So, I'm gonna throw you back out into the hall.
All right, so you're taking the full status then. Threatened 3.
Where do I put that?
Yeah, that's you got some on there. Let's see. What can we even remove? There's not a lot. What do we have here?
Yeah, how
Death
about I
Murmur, you
leave
still
these-
got that. Nick, you still have that.
I'll leave these tokens at the pit. How about that?
Sure. Yeah, that works. I have it tracked here.
So what, it's confused, or what was it?
Threatened. Yeah, I mean those stakes look mighty threatening for you.
Okay.
Mike, you have a moment to act before William as well. Georgie's just flung the door back open. You hear a solid hit. You have your clone still there. What does Mike want to do?
Why, Georgie? Why?
Gonna have to rush to the room.
Okay. You send your clone by. Oh, there's not a lot of room in there right now, as it were. So, I mean, honestly, we're talking like that's really Mike right about.
Oh, yeah.
Don't fat shame me.
Maybe about that.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe something like that. Yeah.
Guys, this is still based on a real person, guys.
True.
They don't know.
He does know that he was there.
No, Stilts does, but the other guys.
I do not know.
I mean, he is pretty big.
He's a big man, yes.
True. Which is the issue right now, is as he kind of enters in, he like shoves basically Georgie's right up against him, and then you're definitely, your clone's blocking the door.
Baker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have a thing, Georgie and Mike.
It has never been able to become a thing.
Georgie's just gonna run away of her own volition.
Right.
now.
Whoever this Mike twin is just came in and then definitly.
Just came
If
in
you
and
were
started
planning on getting out, Georgie, he's not gonna let that happen.
rubbing elbows now.
If anything, that might be on the
Well,
same team.
since he's here-
Or...
Handle your boy, like, take care of this.
Yeah. William, like the room is getting a bit cramped. Georgie's just hit you on the head. Mike's just shown up in the doorway. Mother Nora is rooting for something in her bag, and Amy is back behind Mother Nora. You have the layout of the room. Your claws are extended. Your saliva's dripping down your face. You're a rabid dog stuck in a corner. What would you like to do?
The only thing a rabid dog stuck in a corner can. Lash out.
All right, towards who?
Who's closest?
I am.
Yeah, probably the larger individual.
Because I'm like literally right behind you.
Clone Mike? Okay.
Yep.
Well, Clone Mike's gonna get tore up because I'm gonna throw him out of the room.
You wish.
All right. Yeah, this is going to be a go toe to toe as you go to throw him out. How does Clone Mike respond to that?
Actually, no. I'm not gonna throw him. I'm
You're
gonna bite
you're
him.
Gonna carry me, big boy.
Oh no. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, we're getting real meta real fast.
Yeah,
Mike,
this is out of hand as fuck.
Mike, how does Clone Mike respond to William going in for a bite?
That sounds like the best possible outcome.
Yes. Because nobody knows what's gonna happen when I bite them.
No clue.
Well, we don't actually know, but
I mean, you don't know. You just
How-
know what happens when I used to bite people.
okay, so we're gonna have to put a little bit of a pause here because, as the clone, is it actually alive for him to be able to transform, or is it just a puddle of goo that's holding a form that then melts?
That's
is
the
like
thing.
a-
We don't know.
I think
So-
what we've yeah.
I think we're gonna have to roll to find out, but Mike is just gonna talk calmly as, he's sinking his fangs into him.
right.
And reiterate the point, he can tell the difference between a normal person and a Malink controlled beast.
Right.
He's going for that beast. He wants to kill it. Well, he wants to make it one of him, but besides the point. We gotta stop it either way, but we can't let that thing continue.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, William, the driven for blood status is actually going to be working negatively if you go for this, because you have no interest in drinking the blood of this thing, this clone. Like, the dessert's over there. So, yeah, if you want to go for it, that's going to be the status you'll be going against.
I have to go against my bloodthirst. That's okay.
Right, because you're not about to drink blood. You're going for a normie.
just going-
Like, that's
Yeah, I'm just going for a turn.
He's
It's
not
okay
even going
now.
for a normie, he's going for a pile of goo.
a pile of goo.
So that's okay. I'll do that. I'll still do it. But I'll still use the super speed and the strength carryable,
Oh yeah, pick me up
The
in
in-
those arms.
and then the infectious bite.
All right. Yeah. Let's go for
Toe. Up. Ah, yeah, I won. That's okay.
it. Okay.
Kevin's okay.
So you wanted to, yeah, your goal was to knock them at least out of the room, right? I know
I
you
was
wanted
just
to
gonna
infect.
turn him.
Yeah.
But I'll knock him out of the room would be a thing. Can go with that.
Right. Yeah. So you go in for a bite, but like his belly is just so big that you aren't able to get as far in as you want to, but you definitely push him out. As Clone Mike kind of stumbles into the hallway, Eric, you hear the sound of a gunshot off in the distance, not in the building, like across the street. There's a chaos going there. Then you hear a second one. Then you start hearing yelling, echoing, "No! Stop! Stay away!"
I would yell, but I can't actually yell in my
Right.
current condition. So imagine that I'm yelling for everybody to calm the fuck down, because this is exactly the sort of chaos that Melville and Samuel would want in order to take us down. So everybody stand down right now.
Melva's dead.
Something's
Technically,
controlling
no.
them. Stand down.
No, sorry, I can't do that.
You don't really have a choice because I'm holding you to myself as you're, trying to nibble.
I mean, you're not. You're in the hallway. I'm just standing in the doorway here.
Are you trying? I guess you can definitely use your abilities if you're trying to convince him even further.
Who- What?
You.
Hey,
Yeah,
trying to talk me down.
If you're trying to talk him down, like he's already threatened a bit by Georgie, which is making him aggressive like a cornered dog.
Right.
You can definitely try to convince him further to
Or just threaten me further and see what happens.
True.
Nope, I'm trying to get you to calm the fuck down.
Let's start poking at me with sticks. See how that goes.
We
Get
don't
the
know
torches and the pitchforks.
we don't know what's going on with the woman yet. We know something is odd about her, but we already knew that. We know something's odd with you because you don't normally behave this way. Now would be a great time to settle down so we can figure this all out before things escalate any further. We still are being surrounded by the undead as we speak, and we need to keep focused.
Rawr.
There's another gunshot. At this point, Georgie, you're in there. You can start to hear people downstairs starting to move towards the doors, like starting to call out, take positions, get prepared. Seems like that there may have been some interest into the thumping upstairs, but yeah, now those gunshots outside in the street are drawing the attention of the people down below. But Eric, yeah, convince. What is your? You're just trying to get him to calm down. Yeah, so it's a matter of reasoning with him. Like, I understand.
Yeah.
You're asking for the opportunity to have some more time. Like, you're not going to stop him permanently, but we need to stop you for now to get more answers.
Yeah. So if my argument is not compelling enough, I can make a roll. I was just trying to say it out first.
William, you just feel more aggressive than you ever have before. That I'm not sure how much of your humanity is still in there, but you are very much a cornered beast that feels stronger than everything that's around you.
Can I sense anything else anywhere else around me?
You trying to sense for other things like the one behind you?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. As you kind of look past Mike, just past the building, wherever those gunshots are coming from, that's another one.
Is there a window behind Mike?
There's a door, like you're basically looking past Mike to a doorway, and you're kind of just seeing through to just the vague, again, bulb-like essence coming from across the street. There might be, if you get past the door, go through the room. Yeah, definitely could be.
I think I'm just gonna go for the other one. Just leave Amy and go for the one that's more vulnerable.
Okay. Anybody gonna stop him from running basically through the next doorway and out the window?
I'm not going to stop him, but I think I'm going to try to follow him.
Okay. Yeah, you immediately kind of push past Clone Mike, ignore the situation. You have a new target. You bust past the door, another room that someone has probably been staying in recently, but it's just there's no one in there now. As you get to the window, Eric, you would notice this as well. The fog's cleared. There's no more fog there. You can see clearly outside the window, and you can see the flashes of light coming from across the street behind the building where there's someone still firing a gun. You've probably heard about 5 shots so far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of want to get over there. Is anybody looking? Has William already kind of bounced? Is he already out and about? Or
I think you guys are both kind of getting into the room at this moment. You can both see through the window, and that's what you see, is that the fog's cleared and that there's flashes of lights coming from the building across the street back behind it.
I'm just gonna jump through the window.
Right.
So
Once he does that, there isn't anybody else in the room, though. Yeah.
Once he jumps out, then in that room, no, the room you're in, it's just you two in that room.
I will use my ability now that there's nobody to watch me.
Okay, perfect. So, William, you go leaping through the window. I'm gonna have you. I mean, that's the second story, so that's just definitely take the risk.
yeah, of course it is. But
Again, you're driven by blood, so go ahead and put that as a positive here, because you're enhanced.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna take that risk. Ah.
Damn.
No worries.
All right.
Do you have dynamite on that?
Which one is mine?
Let's see.
Yeah, when you take a risk with power attacks from this team, it's dynamite.
All right. So, yeah, on a 12 plus, you pull it off spectacularly and even turn the situation to your advantage. Take 2 juice, and you can use it to choose effect improvements from Change the Game.
Juice. I'm just gonna put it in my story tags under my character card.
Right.
2 juice, because I have no more space.
2 juice. Oh boy. So you go charging out. Eric, you're trying to teleport over there. So that's gonna be.
I'm just having a little too much fun teleporting around now that I know that I can. I kind of can't control myself.
Neither can I.
Are you trying to just go like directly into the back where the flashing is coming from?
I want to be above it so that I have so that I'm not in the middle of whatever chaos is happening. I want to be able to see the situation before I'm in the middle of it.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a take the risk as well of just again putting yourself into a situation you don't have all of the answers to, and you're also trying to get there before the William gets there.
I want to get there about the same time, because if he's just going to eat a zombie, then that's totally cool by me. But so you said, I'm sorry, was take the risk?
Yep. Okay.
Hey.
Look at that.
William, you leap through the window and use the momentum to just kind of take 2 or 3 glides across the street. You get to the back and see this person almost just turning back and forth, pointing down an empty alleyway. A younger man, kind of curly brown hair, also wearing the uniform of someone from the Sova, and is just firing down the alley at seemingly nothing. Eric, you appear just as William rounds the corner. The individual doesn't see him, hasn't heard him appear, and they are just firing wildly down the alley.
And you said this dude is dressed like a Sova?
Yep.
From where I'm at, do I see any scars or unusual wounds on him like Amy had?
He's too well clothed to see anything.
But no obvious no obvious blood-soaked shirts or anything crazy like that.
No. If anything, his clothes are a bit more dirty, muddier than Amy's were. He just seems crazed at the moment, just firing.
What are you shooting at? I kind of called down to him.
Ooh, yeah. Gonna need you to face danger. As soon as you make a sound, he's firing in your direction.
Okay. I kind of should have seen that coming. But I didn't. Let's see.
You got this, or you don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we'll find out.
I can't tell today.
So we're gonna phase out.
There you go.
Just for a second. I feel like that'd be a good idea. Smoke and mirrors kind of duck back as he sort of turns and points that gun in my general direction to kind of obscure myself in some way.
Right, almost like you just threw your voice.
Yeah. And then
This is a tier 2 gunshot status.
I've had one of those. Those suck.
I guess I just got these two. I can't think of anything else that would apply. Unfortunately, I feel like I need to throw in my weakness tag because he is kind of looking at me, and I am trying to phase out. So if he, cracks a shot at me that he knows what to hit, and it doesn't seem to hit, it's gonna be very odd.
Right.
And you said that was face danger, yeah?
Correct. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, you basically get a winged tier 1 status. Let's see. You still have that? You still have that graze thing. Go ahead and mark that to a 2, because that's exactly what happens. The same area that you got hit by the tomb, like the bullet just grazes across the same thing as you just duck back. So that would go up to a graze 2 status. Yeah, he fires up and you disappear. He doesn't know where you are, but he does see the movement of William, and he turns around staring at you and just pulls the trigger. Click. Click. He's fired all 6 shots. The chamber's empty. Starts backing away from you. Fear in his eyes, like he has been seeing things firing at it now that they're real. They're in front of him. No, stop. Go. Not again. Not again.
Is he the one I want?
Oh yeah. He's like the others.
Then I'm just going to tear into him.
Hit with all you've got.
Dude. And driven for blood because I'm just gonna make a mess of this man. So ultimate fighter, terrifying, and super speed. Oh,
that red 10 though.
Wow, just wow.
Wow, get wrecked.
Eric, Georgie, Mike, Mother Nora, people inside the Sova. Listen to the gunshots ring, ring, ring. Last shot. Maybe even hear the sound of the click. Before there's a gasp, a last scream, a very disturbing gurgling sound.
And a bit of a roar.
And then silence. Mother Nora has grabbed Amy, kind of pushed her up against the wall, is trying to look her over, but is obviously panicked because she's not sure what that man that just came in here. She knew his face. She's seen him here, but he seemed so much more aggressive, and she doesn't know what that was. She just heard the cry out of some kind of beast in the alleyway, but Amy's here. There's no way that Amy can be here. Georgie, Mike, you're both in the hallway. You have a moment before you kind of hear the ending of the individual. What do you two do after William and Eric disappear?
First off, I rub my butt and I stand up because how dare he push me?
Right.
You deserved it.
Excuse you. I beg to differ. I'm going to, I wouldn't say console, but see if I can calm down Mother Nora and
Right.
quote unquote the girl from that bit of situation that just happened.
Yeah, again, you kind of have that convinced status. So as soon as you come over, like, you can see her focus again at the task at hand, and she begins to look over Amy, and she gets to that scar on her stomach and immediately just kind of grabs the girl by her hip and kind of turns her to look at it. Amy, what happened? This can't be. No, we... Kind of looks towards you. Georgie, please go fetch this girl's mother. This... If I'm remembering what's right here, then things are... There are some pieces here that are missing. Please go and fetch Marion.
What is missing?
Amy kind of looks to the girl. This is where you had your birthmark, wasn't it? She kind of turns back. Yeah, her mother would remember. Go and fetch her mother.
Alright. I do so very reluctantly because it's pretty clear that she knows a lot more than she had previously let on. Is Eric still in the building or no?
No, Eric's across the street with a
Alright.
wound on his head. Are you referencing Mother Nora knows more, or...
Yeah.
Mother Nora was there when you guys discussed the whole taking of birthmarks from people.
Okay. Alright. Well then, is it Mike that's still there?
Yeah, Mike is still there. I think at this point you probably start to see Clone Mike, unless you've gone to hide him in a room. Clone Mike's just kind of starting to melt in the hallway.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you go hide him, Mike, or is he just doing his thing?
He's melting against the wall he got pushed into, and I'm walking over.
That relationship is just never gonna work out.
Don't worry,
Alright,
man. He was a terrible person.
I'm just gonna glower and just be like, keep an eye on them. And I will go and find said mother.
Yeah, it's not too difficult to find her. She's not pushing up against the front entrance again, as now they think there's death and monsters outside, and but she's still kind of right down the hallway. She looks as you come down and doesn't really say anything, just watches you approach.
You're Amy's mother?
Yes. I
Come
am.
with me.
She
If you want
stands
to live.
begins
And I
to...
don't, like, stop for anyone or anything else.
Right. Yeah. At this moment, again, all the Sova seem to be focused on whatever's happening outside. So you're able to slip past. You walking in front of her or behind her?
In front, I want to say just news of her daughter specifically will keep her captivated, I suppose.
Right.
Like, I trust that that's enough for her too.
Oh yeah, she's definitely following.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as regardless of where you are, if you're in front of her, she's gonna push past, or she's just gonna run ahead. As soon as she sees her daughter there, like, she's definitely running to just pick her up in her arms and hold her.
Alright. Your daughter, she had a birthmark here, did she not?
Kind of pulls her face around, wipes some tears, lifts her shirt, kind of places her hand on it, feeling sorrowful, kind of concerned for her daughter. Yes, she did. It was about this big, and she kind of shows something that looks maybe, I don't know, like a, almost like a, not quite a crescent moon, but like a waning moon kind of thing across her hip. What has happened? What's happened to you, dear? Mother Nora kind of looks towards her. She says she can't recall. Where did all this blood come from? Kind of shows her hands, looks under her arm. Again, the shirt underneath is completely unsoiled. It's the shirt above, the leather jacket itself that has that blood. Might even look like she was laying in blood. Not that blood was coming through, but she was laying in it. And they look all over her. Other than the wounds on her hands and the wound on her side, they don't find anything else. And she's not, again, she's become much less talkative after the incident in the hallway. She's just kind of looking and crying and holding her mother and shaking and tremoring, not really speaking. Mike, you kind of get to the entrance and you can see these 4 women standing. This younger woman, the one that William had been going after, and she doesn't look any different than the rest of the young Sova warriors that are here. There's fear in the room. There's also satisfaction and like a release of overburdened stress that she's returned. Her mother definitely is fully embracing her as if her daughter has returned. There's no second thoughts there. Mother Nora definitely has more concerns, especially because this girl's not able to give answers, and having just experienced what happened with Henry, she's just worried about people that she once trusted being all that they claim to be.
I'm making sure to stay really close to the daughter, but comfortable enough distance for Mother Nora to not, like, worry about me while she's doing her thing.
Right? Georgie? Are you just kind of watching, or is there anything you're specifically wanting to ask now that you have all 3 individuals up here?
I want to ask if Mother Nora can, I don't know, like, I don't know that she can, but like sense anything amiss that was, oh, no, she did. Dang it, that's how Henry got her. Okay. I'm gonna tell her that we can't let this girl back into community with everyone just yet. Not until we're sure that she's okay. If what William said, or Mike said about William, is right, she's not who she once was.
Right. Yeah, again, she trusts what you say, and she kind of agrees, begins ushering, yes, no, let's get you 2 into a room, bit of privacy. You there, son, just watch the hall for us. You wouldn't mind there, dear, would you? Kind of taps Mike on the shoulder as she begins to move the 2 women into one of the rooms on the 2nd floor, just to, again, keep them away.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tap Mother Nora's like, no one can know that she's here, not until we're sure of who or what she is.
She grabs your arm. Oh, of course, dear, they're dealing with many other things down there. We will keep this amongst ourselves until Yasmin has a moment to come provide her insight, but she is far too busy making sure everyone is safe. These 2 here with me, we'll be fine up here.
I nod.
Eric, you kind of pop up, your head's ringing a little bit happy that you didn't die, but maybe even a bit grossed out by the sounds that you just heard.
Oh yeah.
Do you approach the edge of the wall to look down, or do you kind of what's your plan?
I have to at this point. It would be dishonest not to. I have to see what happened. I think I know what happened, but I need to be sure.
Yeah. There's, I guess, how controlled were you with your consumption, William?
Me? Oh, probably quite a bit.
So it it appears there's not a lot of blood spilled, because why spill it? It can just be there. In fact, it's even possible that he's not absolutely dead yet, because he is kind of this source, but he is white. His eyes have already faded their color, just staring straight up as William kind of sits on his knees with his body held against him, a bit of blood around his mouth, maybe dripping down to his shirt, just breathing very heavily, kind of just staring down at it.
William, snap out of it, man. You're stronger than this. We need you.
Eric, you hear someone whistle from back behind you, just a high pitch.
All right. Who is it?
You turn around, you can see Terran standing there. He's not pointing his rifle at you, but he's looking down the scope, and he's waving his hand like, what's going on?
I just like put up a hand and just sort of like wave back, like nothing to worry about. Just right now, just mind your business.
Right. Kind of nods, looks at you for a moment, and something catches his attention. You see him turn and place the rifle, looking down the road a bit. See him kind of stare there for a while. Pull it away from his eye, kind of look around, trying to answer a question in his mind. Looks back down the scope. In a flash of movement, just flips the rifle in the back of his back and begins running down the stairs. You just see him disappear.
Okay. William, I'm serious, man. I think we've got trouble coming. Snap out of it.
Do I sense anything else? Any other?
The guy on your legs isn't completely dead. Like, you've drained him, but he's not dead yet. And there is a vague sense of something like this one approaching from a distance down the road.
Well, if he's not dead yet, I know what to do with him.
Oh.
Let's just make him a thrall. How about that? Yeah, let's give him that infectious bite, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Right? Yeah, this is definitely a change of the game. You are trying to create an ally, or just a... I'm not sure what happens when you turn them, if you can still drink their blood or not.
I'm not looking to drink his blood after I turn him. So we're just gross.
Yeah,
that would just... Thralls are friends, not food. We're gonna go with that infectious bite, and...
I mean, actually, is this a change the game, or is this a stop holding back moment because it's the first time that you're trying to turn someone?
Actually, it might be a stop holding back.
If you're trying to turn him into a thrall, I think it might be. It's definitely, you haven't done that before.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how that goes.
Right, because it went really well for you last time.
Sure
Let's
did.
completely break a character. Here we go. Here comes William. Time to die. Stop pulling back. Okay, 7. Oh boy.
Right. Right.
What is it?
Right.
That's a no return? Is that what that is?
7
7 to 9,
I
significant.
don't think it's a no return.
Mark, fade, and crack. Burn all the power tags on one theme. Ooh.
Yeah. No, you definitely. I feel like all your history teachers just gone at this point. Like,
Oh.
there's nothing tying you back to that theme at all. You've lost that part of your humanity.
That's okay. That just completely ruins that anyways. That crack is gone. Like, that tag is gone.
So you burn out of that theme. Okay.
Yep, routine is gone. There's no more history teacher left.
Okay. You
Well.
realize that you're no longer supposed to teach children. You're supposed to create thralls. That's exactly your job here. Okay.
You are not allowed to be around children anymore because you will just eat them.
Okay. So let me ask you then. What signifies your thrall? Is it that the scars on their neck from your bite never heal? How are we able to recognize that when Marco begins to awaken again, like you have clearly changed him to be a version of what you are?
He's not. I mean, there are the bites on the neck, but they're, for the most part, normal. They have the bites on the neck, elongated fangs.
Well, I mean, what's the sign to show that this is a thrall of yours and not, say, someone of Samuel's or anything like
okay.
that? What is the specific thing that we see on your thrall?
Your trademark.
Good question. It's a good question. I don't know. How about the bite marks glow a bit? Like a light, kind of like a purple.
Okay.
Like they're very clear on the neck, and they're a kind of a slight glowy purple type thing. Like, not like, oh, here's a big neon sign that they've been bitten and turned type thing, but if you look for it, it's there. The discoloration and the bite marks.
Right, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, basically he is completely under your control. That sounds good. So, Marco begins to breathe again and opens his eyes. The colors kind of return and fade. His skin kind of clears up a bit. Like, you almost see that this transformation makes him a bit more, kind of beautifies him to a point. The wounds on his neck begin to seal up and close, but you can see a dull kind of purple glow, almost like it's a pulsing bruise kind of thing on his neck. Kind of sits up and looks to you. Doesn't say anything.
I'll help him stand up.
Goes and kind of rubs his neck. Thank you. Kind of looks at the gun down below.
You don't need that.
Oh, there was someone up there. Kind of points to the roof. Oh shit! Is that someone of the Sova?
He's fine.
No. All right. I should probably get going.
I'll grab his shoulder and tell him just be on the lookout. And he'll know what for.
Right.
Just the same things I basically see when I
Yeah, he
Just be
begins
like a
to-
feeling in the back of his head type thing. Be like, oh, okay.
Eric, I'm assuming you watched this whole thing,
Well,
or were you
Sort of.
drawn towards what Taryn was looking at?
kind of my attention is sort of split between the two of them. Like I keep on looking back over my shoulder to see what Taryn was looking at, and kind of looking back and trying to get William to stop what he's doing, which he won't do because he's a madman.
Right.
I've stopped. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I think what happens, like you look down the road and you can see that there's someone on a horse riding down the street. You turn back and you see William is now walking with this guy down out of the alley. You look back, the individual on the horse is coming closer. In the tenement, Mike, Georgie, you all hear someone just sprinting down the stairs. Heavy steps. For you can see Taryn kind of rush past you, head downstairs. Do you guys just kind of stay, or do either of you try to follow him?
I'll follow him just to see what's up.
Yeah, he rushes down the hallway to where Yasmin is. She's talking to a few of the Sova, just basically giving them orders, and just pulls her away kind of out in the hallway. You're able to listen down the hallway. Yasmin, I swear to you, I am not Duncan. Duncan's on a horse riding down the road this way. Yasmin stops. What are you talking about, Taryn? I know it's him, ma'am. He's headed this way. Hearing that name, Georgie, like you see just Yasmin fade further than you saw her fade with the mention of her father, further than all of the chaos that has been today. All of the strength that she had just disappears and she just falls down to the ground. Taryn tries to go and like pick her up and just move her out of sight so people don't see her, but she's like dead weight on the ground.
I'm going to creep out of this scene and go back up to where Mike is. And we need to probably go outside and repair to be the first defense of this place. I'll just tell Mike there's something that's coming and we need to go and help William fight it.
Yes, William needs help. Help, William.
Well, he might. So let's go be supportive of our ex-teacher.
You don't know I'm an ex-teacher. You just know that I am angry. Come on, meta.
Well, I mean, you've not been in a classroom for a bit, have you?
It was summer break.
This is the longest summer ever!
It's been like 3 days.
Yeah, unfortunately, time has not passed. We're still on Tuesday. Time does not pass very fast. We have a lot of very hectic days. I think a lot of time's going to pass after this. So basically, Mike and Georgie, you guys are heading to the road. Eric, are you coming down or are you staying up on the roof?
No, I'll come down.
Okay. So we'll say that this scene,
Face danger.
the five of you,
Fall off the roof. Take another.
Georgie, Eric, and Mike, you can see that William appears to be helping a young man out of the alley. Eric, you know, you saw that, but he's standing and walking. No, and you're all looking down the road. Again, the fog is cleared. You look around, and again, the streets are empty except for this lone horseman making his way. Once he gets close enough to see that there's 5 people standing outside of the place he's trying to go, he stops the horse hops off and just sticks his hands up in the air, just starts walking towards you. Yasmin? Yasmin, dear. Yasmin, where are you? Tell your men that it's safe for me to approach. I heard the gunshots. He begins walking towards you. He looks to be probably about a 40-year-old man. He's got glasses. He's wearing a looks like a basic kind of cheap suit. A dark blue, white shirt underneath. He has riding leather boots on. He doesn't seem to be very well off, but probably a bit higher off than the rest of the people of the district. He's walking his hands up, looking at all of you. Yasmin, dear, it's me, it's Duncan. Can you please tell your men and it's safe for me to approach?
Duncan, aren't you supposed to be dead?
Stops, puts his hands down. It's a strange question. No, I don't. Wait. Stops walking towards you and just kind of looks. This isn't right. No. Wait. Yes. He goes to reach into his jacket.
I am ready to do something, but I don't know what. It's not like I have weapons, except for Molotov cocktails.
Don't worry, me and Marco are ready.
He pulls out a letter. I don't have answers for you, friends, but this might. It's supposed to go to Yasmin. If you could deliver it to her, I would be grateful.
I'll go and reach for it.
It's in an envelope and it has a stamp on it, a wax stamp marked with looks like an insignia with a G on it. Do you open it or?
Yes. Yes, I do. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be completely wrong, but was Duncan not Yasmin's husband who she had to kill?
Duncan was Yasmin's husband that was killed by her father that she had to kill again.
Yeah.
And now he's standing in front of you.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you open this letter. It's on some parchment. Someone spent some time writing it. It says, Yasmin, enough death has flown through the streets I can see. You cannot be reasoned to by violence. I have not always been prone to violence. In fact, I have aided many of your district. Perhaps if I return a few of your fallen, you will see that I'm a man that can be reasoned with, and perhaps we can come to an understanding. Speak to Duncan. He will tell you of what you need to know, and I will await your answer. Signed, Samuel Valtierra.
I will pass the letter over to whoever's next to me. For them also to read. I don't think I'd be reading it outside, or I mean out loud.
Right.
I'll read the letter, sure.
Yep.
Yep.
You can all read the
Yep.
letter. It says the same thing. It doesn't change.
I don't trust this Samuel fellow one bit, but by the same token, these people aren't my people, and if they decide that a truce is what they want, then I have no right to deny it to them. What do the rest of you think?
Truce is all well and fine, but if Samuel decides to spread beyond the West Slums,
And
wow.
he'll answer to me.
To us. Marco whispers beneath his breath. By the way, your
That's
thrall's
not,
name
like,
is Marco.
a little creepy.
Yeah, I already wrote that down. Hey, you get used to it. My thirst is now under control.
I don't believe that for a single second.
Well, I'm not trying to eat anybody else. I'm not trying to eat the guy on the horse that
Currently.
smells like the bad guy.
Currently.
I also mentioned it, by the way, that he's got that stink about him. The guy on the horse. Not that anybody's gonna listen to me because I just ate a dude, but you know.
You totally ate a dude.
Only you know that. So.
Yeah. And he got better, clearly.
Yeah, he got better.
Will you go and fetch my wife, please?
I don't know that she collapsed, so I kind of looked to Georgie because I think Georgie or Mike would have seen her last. Should we?
Don't let her outside.
No.
Bring her to the window. Probably bring her to the window. I don't have any say. I'm like in an alleyway. I'm standing
Not
next
in
to
an alley.
Eric, but
You're with
me
your
and
new dead
me
best
and Marco are like standing next to Eric, and Eric's just like, okay, dude on a horse and a dude who just ate somebody.
friend. Yeah.
Eric
that's
is
kinda
in
weird.
like a very confusing place right now.
Yeah. Things escalated very quickly since I joined the order.
Things escalated pretty quickly in the last few hours.
This is also true.
What does he want you to convince her of? What does Samuel gain from this?
I'm not sure. I remember sitting at dinner with Yasmin and her father. We had an argument, and I remember a fight, and then nothing but dreams. It's hard to explain. I'm gonna sound like a crazy person. I know that Yasmin's in this building and that she has a group of warriors, but she didn't have that when we were last together. She didn't have any of that. It's as if I was watching my life played in front of me without me being here to witness it. Samuel, he says that he gave me my life. I'm not sure what he means by that. I'm not really a religious man myself.
There is very little religious about what Samuel does.
I could give you life too.
Stop it.
All I know is I feel
Nobody
better.
asked for it.
Feel better than I ever have. More connected now, and I want to just hold my wife and tell her it's okay, that all of this can be done.
You died. Your father-in-law shot you. There is no going to be okay.
Shakes his head.
It's
No,
not going to be fine.
That's just the stories that they told her, that they fed her. No, I've just been gone. I've been missing. I was never killed.
She specifically remembers.
You watched
having
you
to kill
fall.
No. There was a fight with her father. That was it. No, Yasmin would never strike me in anger.
It wasn't in anger, it was in self-defense.
I would never do anything. How dare you even say I would try to threaten my wife? I don't even know who you are.
You live through dreams. How are you so sure?
You're right. You're right. I cannot explain what has been happening to me over the past years. I can't tell you why I'm here or how I'm here. I just know that I am here, and I know that that is what matters. There were others. It wasn't just me. No. Samuel, he had sent others before me. A girl and you. Yes. You there. Marco. Marco was your name. Marco kind of looks. Yes. Yes, he sent you home as well. No, Samuel didn't send. He threw me into a nightmare that this man has awoken me from. A girl. Then there was a girl, young girl. She was sent in as well. He is trying to show that he does not have to. He does not have to cause Han's death. He can bring life, as well, just as he has brought it to me. To Marco there. Marco. No, this man has brought me life. Samuel only brought me darkness. No. Of that girl, of many in this district. There were letters. I saw them. So many letters from families here. Samuel has helped the sick, the dying, the children of this district to cure them, to help them live healthy.
That didn't happen.
Who are you to stand in my way?
Where people have seen far too much of this, who know that Samuel thrives off of lies and terror and evil. And we've chosen to ally ourselves with Yasmin and her friends. And that's why we're standing in the way. Because whether you realize it or not, you're part of some terrible plan of Samuel's that we can't allow to complete.
I'm really not sure what that plan is. I just want to see my wife, to hold her and tell her it's okay. I know that you all have experienced things again. I've seen what has happened to this district since I was taken away. The sickness the despair, the collapse of Cross End, the madness that has happened here. I've seen it. I'm here to tell her it can end.
Stay outside. I can take your letter to her and see if she's interested in talking. But we're not going to let you in.
All right. I will stay here with my horse. I appreciate you at least filling her in on the situation, allowing her to make her own choice.
I'm probably going to regret it. But if nobody else objects, I will start going right now.
I have no problem with you leaving me alone with him.
I think we both know there's not much I could do if you chose to do anything about him.
Georgie, Mike, anything you want to do here? The whole situation's kind of weird. You have a guy that's definitely been killed 2 times standing in front of you, and now you have some young kid in a Sova outfit with his arm around William and 2 pulsing blue dots on his neck.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a normal day out with the
It's a
crew.
normal
Yeah.
Tuesday. It's okay.
It's just Tuesday, yeah.
I think this is a perfect scene to we kind of begin to move away, kind of follow Eric away as Georgie kind of looks towards William. Mike glances towards William, knows what to see, but is focusing down on Duncan. We kind of pull back just to see the moon beginning to rise and shine down on this alleyway with these individuals all standing here in a strange place. And I think this is a good place to deposit for the night before we go too much further. Oh my, yeah, no, there's a lot of questions to be asked here. There's
So many questions.
a lot of crazy stuff. William, yeah. Oh boy, I cannot wait till you go home because that's going to be an interesting conversation. Oh boy, that'll be fun.
Well, he
Putting in
wasn't
your-
at home in like 2 days or something.
Well, no, technically you were just home yesterday. Again, this is just Tuesday.
Oh yeah. fair.
All this stuff has been happening in like the span of 6 hours. Yeah.
We were very productive as a crew.
That's okay. I'll go back to looking not as evil. It'll be okay.
I
True.
really don't believe that.
You're just gonna have to find another place to live and to make money, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you just lost there, buddy. But we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. So real fast, let's. You got a question, Oz?
Me.
Oh, I don't know. Just thought I was. You were
I
saying
thought I
something.
heard somebody, but it wasn't me.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, so of course, endgame help hurt points. I think you all have some choices there to make. Go ahead and update
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
all
think
those
I'm getting
hurt
that hurt
points.
point bank. Getting that hurt point for William.
Wow,
bank.
guys. I mean, come on.
For William, yeah, we have a whole thing
Everybody-
that we have to do there. Which
Oh.
when you lose a theme, very similar
Yeah.
to what you did, Eric.
Yep.
So
Guess who-
Fun.
Guess who gets another fancy purple theme?
correct. You also get a nemesis, so that's going to be fun. We finally got to see
Oh,
Mike's
boy.
again. Finally got to see
Oh,
Mike's
no.
again. He just showed up and caused a bit of chaos, and I'm pretty sure it's only going to get worse now because the vampire's getting thralls. So
Yeah, this is gonna get real bad. I feel really bad.
that's fun. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go and wrap up the video here. We can definitely hang around and chat. Thank you all for playing, moving the story forward. Hopefully you all had fun. I know I had some fun. It was chaos. I know that. But for anybody that is out there watching, thanks for doing so. And we will see you all next week. Take care.